What's up, YouTubers? It's me, Johnny. Not too much is going on here tonight. It's a little bit chilly. I just want to share some news about some things going on in the States, some prognostication on what I think is going to go down. Today, the markets were mostly mixed to down. Oil was down. Gold and silver were down. I think interest rates were down a little teeny tiny bit. But kind of some of the big news of the day for me is some people I know in the United States, their rent's going up $500 to $1,000 a month. And that's something I'm going to be watching in the States. I think there's going to be a recession in about 6 months to a year, probably 6 months. I think there's going to be, like I keep saying in my previous videos, there's going to be a lot of unemployment or more unemployment, more homelessness. But what's been happening, at least in Arizona and then in Atlanta, crime has been going up quite a bit there. Also, too, from what I've been hearing, rents have been popping up quite a bit. I mean, I was surprised to hear $500 to $1,000 a month rent increases being that high. Anyways, my view is rents all across the United States are going to go up. That's probably going to cause a flooding or more homelessness or more people living in vans. I think the demand for really cheap housing is going to go through the roof, and rents will go up there too, maybe not as high. Also, too, I think there's going to be more unemployment. And just to let you know, there's a lot of talk about not having enough employees for business who need employees, which is true. But at the same time, a lot of employers aren't raising wages that much. So with the cost of housing going up and fuel and cost of food and energy costs going up, that's going to be a big problem. Anyways, how I'm relating that to like kind of what I'm seeing more and more people leave the United States, mainly because of cost of living adjustments that can't be made there, so they're coming on down. In fact, the most people I know are heading towards Merida in Mexico. Not too many people are coming to Guatemala. I personally believe if travel was a lot easier, a lot more Americans would be going to Colombia and probably Brazil, but mostly Colombia. In the past, I would have told you there's going to be a lot of people heading to Ecuador, but Ecuador has been making a lot of moves where they're changing the requirements to visit there and to live there. Also, too, if you're a legal resident of Ecuador, you have to pay that 17% health tax, and a lot of Americans ain't going to pay that. So I'm aware of. I just saw some videos. I'm trying to think of who it was, but there's this there's this family that lives in Ecuador that they've made videos there for years, but apparently they're going to leave. They're going to head to different climate somewhere else. I think they're in Mexico right now, as a matter of fact. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of what their channel's called, but it's not coming to me right now. But you are seeing some people talking about the benefits of living in Ecuador, but there's quite a few more that are not. And I think this next year is going to be kind of interesting to see how all this works out. For right now, I'm kind of in the middle, whereas I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think if they don't open up the world economy, it's going to get really, really ugly. As a matter of fact, I was looking for a flight for Taiwan, and you can't even get into Taiwan as a tourist right now. You have to have a residency visa or have a Taiwanese passport to get into the country. I might have misunderstood it, but when I went onto the government website, they said they're not letting people fly into Taiwan unless they're a resident of Taiwan or have a Taiwanese passport. I wasn't going to go there right away, but I was looking to possibly do a trip there. But anyways, that's off the books for right now. There's a few options I may have. I may have the opportunity to go to either Colombia or Ecuador or Peru. So I'll have to see how that works out. I'm waiting for the holidays to get over before I decide one way or the other. But my main prediction for the United States right now is for people who want to expat or leave, they're going to have to decide what they're going to do, because from what I've been seeing, rents are going up sky high. I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to pay these rents. I think that's going to cause a problem for the next election. and we'll have to see what happens then. Just like we're seeing, like in Chile, there's a close election in Chile. And just as more news today that came out about Turkey, I think Turkey had closed their stock market and it plunged because they closed the market because of their interest rates, that their central bank is lowering interest rates. And so that's causing the Turkish lira to collapse. I think it was at 16 or 17 today or yesterday. I can't remember. I was really surprised because I thought it was at 14 or 15, but now I think it's at 16. Anyways, my view is right now, countries like Lebanon, Turkey, and what's that other one? Afghanistan. More and more countries are going to see the currencies devalue. What I see happening basically is an emerging market currency crisis with the dollar being as strong as it is. And so far, from what I've seen in Latin America, that's caused the Brazilian real and the Colombian peso to sell off quite a bit. In fact, last time I looked, I think the Colombian peso was at 4,011. I mean, it's barely hanging on to that handle, but I'm going to keep watching the peso in Colombia, the peso in Mexico, and I'm not sure how you say it, but the reais in the Brazil. I want to go visit there, but so far I haven't seen a clear path to getting all the documents in order. You got to get some kind of health pass to travel to a lot of these countries now. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks.